Here let's see 2x square minus 35x plus 153 equivalent to 0. We have this, right? So the number here looks ugly. When the problem generally arises, it's a very small number, you will quickly factorize it, it's not a problem. If there is a number 153, 35 like this, maybe some people still able to do it, but if you find that extra 10 seconds to factorize it, then actually look at the question, what is the question has asked, because most of the time, like I said, in your exam, rather than calculations, they look at your smartness, okay, how smart you are. So here you can either quickly scan the option, or you can quickly do some a process of elimination before you kind of do the exact steps to find the roots of this. Here you see, if the question has asked a quadratic equation given, if the question has asked is x is positive, okay, the question has just simply asked x is positive. Is it x is positive here? Yes, x could be positive here because the coefficient of x here is minus 35. As long as your coefficient of x in the quadratic equation, that is minus b, if it is positive, then coefficient of, the roots will be both negative. If the coefficient of x, the b, right, here it is, coefficient of x which is b here is negative, right, then the roots will be both positive. Okay, if b is positive, and of course c should also be positive, then roots will be both negative. But if b is negative and c is positive, roots will be both positive. Knowing this could save a little bit of your time. Okay, and for this, of course, the main condition is a is always greater than 0, the highest degree, coefficient of the highest degree always positive. If it is not positive, first rearrange it in such a way that it is positive. If it is positive, then if we also have the coefficient of x and c also to be positive, then the roots will be both negative. Coefficient of x, b and the constant both positive, then the roots will be both negative. You no need to solve for it. Just think about it. If you are given an equation x square plus 19x plus 34 equivalent to 0, no need to solve the value for x. If the question has asked is x is positive or x is negative, the question interest is only about whether it is positive or negative, then you can quickly decide here x's will be both negative, because x value, right, here coefficient of x is positive, c is also positive, it will be definitely x value both will be negative. Okay, technically 34, 17 and 2, 17 2s are 34, 17 plus 2 19, so x will be minus 17 and minus 2, so both negative it will be, always it will be the case. As long as your coefficient of x square a is positive, then all these rules will work, right, that is b positive, c positive, both the roots will be negative. If b is negative but c is positive, both the values of x, both the values are positive. Okay, like I said, here minus 35x, b is negative but c is positive, so both the values will be positive. In fact, if anybody looking at what is the value of roots here, 2 into 153 is 306, 35 they have asked. Always when you get a bigger number, look for squares. Which is the nearest square for 306? 18 square we can look for, or 17 square. 17 square is 289, 17 into 17 is 289, 17 into 18 will get you 306, minus 17 minus 18 will get you plus 306. Okay, so this will work. So x value has to be minus 17 by 2 by, minus 17 by minus 2, which is 17 by 2, or x value has to be 18 by 2, which is 9. So x value will be both positive here, of course, and if any other combination comes, b negative and c also negative, b positive and c negative, then one root positive, one root negative, one root positive, one root negative. Even in this we can decide about bigger root positive, bigger negative, that will become little bit too much. So just try to keep this thing very simple. First two are very very important for you to understand. If b positive, c also positive, then roots will be both negative. If b negative but c positive, then the roots will be both positive. If any other scenario comes in, b negative, c negative, or b positive, c negative, you will have one root positive, one root negative.